All right, Ralph, you can read it. Once you do it, something, you stand up and read it again, and then
We're having the board on the spot.
okay,
Proud of
yeah.
you. All rise for the jury. All jurors are present.
All right, thank you. You may be seated. State, please call your name. State, call the sheriff, please. Okay, thank you.
Do you swear affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Good afternoon, Ms. Abramson. Can you please state your name and spell it for the record?
Sherry Abramson, SHERRY ABRAMSON.
I'd like to kind of take you back to 2006 and your time at University of Miami. Can you tell the members of the jury when you began at the University of Miami?
In the fall of 2001.
And what was your major?
Architecture.
What year did you graduate?
2000 and
2000.
it was a 5-year program, so it was 2006 or
Was it like an accelerated sort of master's program? Did you get to do both at the same time?
I did do both. Yeah.
While you were at UM, where did you live?
I lived on campus my freshman year. I moved into an off-campus apartment second semester freshman year, and then I had a number of apartments after that.
Let's go back to sort of 2005, 2006. Where did you live back then?
In Miami Beach, mostly.
What was the address of that?
That was 1508 Michigan Avenue.
Now, as a student, were you employed?
It was
Where were you employed?
Pottery Barn,
Which location?
Sunset Place.
How long did you work there?
Roughly a year, something like that, maybe a little bit more.
What were, obviously it's retail, right? So what were your shifts like?
Ooh, I don't know. They
Standard, like, did you work like 8 hours? Do you remember what your week was like?
I was part-time. And I just kind of worked around my school schedule.
Were you a full-time student?
Yes.
During your time at UM, did you meet any members of the University of Miami football team?
Yes.
Can you tell me some of the members that you were familiar with?
My brother,
What's his name?
Ross. And then just kind of by association with some of his friends. I mean, there were numerous football
Were you
players. I was
familiar
familiar.
with Bryan Pata?
I was not. I mean, I knew who he was. Yes, I was not friends with him.
What about Rashaun Jones?
Yes, I knew him and was friends with him.
How did you know him?
Oh, I think that we met through a mutual friend.
And were you guys just friends?
For some time, yes.
Did that relationship change?
Yeah, we began dating.
Around what time did you guys start dating?
I don't recall.
Let's look at 2006. Would you have been dating, I'll give you a specific date, right? November 7th, 2006? That's the murder of Bryan Pata. Let's talk in relation to that time. Around when from sort of that date did you start dating him?
Before it.
Before? Were you guys together for weeks, months by that point?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't recall. It wasn't a new relationship, I can tell you that. But I don't know if it was weeks or months.
Were you all exclusive?
We're not.
Can you sort of expand on what kind of relationship you guys had? Were you friends with benefits? Were you seeing other people?
Yeah, we were seeing other people.
I'd like to just touch really, let me go back to, so your apartment was in Miami Beach. Did the defendant ever stay at your apartment?
Yes.
How often?
Maybe a night, a week, maybe something around like that, maybe one night a week.
Did you ever stay at his apartment?
Rarely, but yes, I had.
Do you remember where he resided?
Yes.
Where was that?
Bermuda Villas.
Okay, so you guys had been, it wasn't a new relationship, you had said. Did you ever meet anybody in his family?
I did.
Who did you meet?
I met his Granny. That's his grandmother. I met his mother, sister, niece, nephew.
Did he ever meet any members of your family?
He did.
Who did he meet?
My mother and brother. Maybe an aunt of mine. I don't recall.
back in 2006, what kind of car were you driving?
Ooh, I think the Range Rover. Yeah, the Range Rover. Sport.
Did you also drive Maserati?
Mm-hmm.
And what about a Chrysler?
Yep.
Was that your car?
It was in my name, yes.
And whose car was that?
That was Rashaun's car.
Did you buy the car?
I put the car in my name, and then he gave me his checks from the football team.
Okay. Checks from the football team.
Yeah. I don't know how it works. Something like athletes get paid by the team, and I don't know, but he would make the payments on the car, but it was in my name.
Did you ever let him drive your Maserati or the Range Rover?
The Range Rover, yes. I don't think he drove the Maserati.
What about his cell phone? Did you ever pay for his cell phone?
I don't recall if I paid for it or not.
Did you ever at any point see his firearm?
Never.
Let's talk a little bit about Bryan Pata. Did you ever talk about Bryan Pata with the defendant?
Not that I can recall.
Did the defendant like Bryan?
I mean, he didn't discuss liking him or disliking him with me.
Did you know whether or not he liked him?
I think that there was a mutual dislike between the two, yes.
Is it fair to say that they didn't get along?
I think at a point they didn't get along, yes.
Do you know why they didn't get along?
I mean, again, that wasn't a conversation that like I was a part of.
Did you ever talk with him about Jada Brody?
I had known about a situation with Jada, yes. I don't know if it was necessarily Rashaun that I spoke about Jada with.
Did you ever know whether or not the defendant and Jada had a relationship prior to him being with you?
I'm not sure if it was prior to him being with me or during the same time that we were together, but I think there was communication between the two of them, yes. I could not tell you when. Nor to what extent, I don't know.
Let's talk a little bit about bear with me a second, I just want to make sure we stay in order. Okay. I'd like to take you to November 7th, 2006. How did you find out about the murder of Bryan Pata?
After I left work, I found out from Willie Cooper.
Where were you working that day?
That was at Pottery Barn. I was leaving Pottery Barn, and I don't have any cell service there.
Okay.
So as I was leaving is when I found out.
Take a second to talk about Pottery Barn. Do you recall if the defendant ever called you while you were at work at Pottery Barn?
I don't recall.
Do you know if he had the phone number to Pottery Barn?
Yes, knowing that I was there working.
If there was a call on his records, I mean, was there anybody else at Pottery Barn that he knew?
No, it would have just been me.
Okay, so you said you got notified from Willie Cooper.
Right.
Around what time did you leave work that day?
I don't recall. It was the evening. That's the best I could say.
And after you left work, where did you go?
Home.
Did you go straight home?
I think so.
Did you stop at the defendant's house?
No.
Did you stop at UM?
No.
So, around what time do you think you got home that night?
I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 p.m.
Okay. So is it fair to say that the sort of communication from Willie Cooper happens sometime between 7 and 8 p.m.?
Yes, maybe 7 to 9 p.m. I don't recall what time I got off that day.
Okay, so communication from Willie would have happened sometime between 7 and 9, and you made it home around, it sounds like 9 p.m. the latest you would have been home.
I think that sounds right.
Okay. Who were you with when you got the notification from Willie?
I was by myself.
What did you do when you got that call?
I panicked.
Why?
Because somebody was dead. And then Willie told me that he couldn't get in touch with Rashaun. I was scared he was dead.
Are you scared Rashaun was dead?
Because somebody had also shot Willie Cooper, another UM football player, and so it was Willie and then Bryan and then, I don't know.
Hold on, let's go back to it. So you are worried Bryan is dead, and so now you're worried because Rashaun is dead.
Yeah.
Were you worried because they didn't get along?
No.
Okay, so what do you do as you're worried? You try to call the defendant?
Yeah.
How many times did you call him?
I don't know. Obsessively, I'm sure.
Okay. Going back to sort of 2006, you said the word obsessively. Like, what would that mean? What's obsessively to you? Like 1 time, 2 times?
More.
More than that.
Yeah.
So would it be fair to say you were like blowing up his phone, calling him a lot?
100%, yes.
Were you only calling him?
No.
Who else did you call?
Ganny,
Okay. And she's from Lake City, right?
yes.
Okay. Now, I think we sort of did a pocket. You said Willie's calling you between 7 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
Are you, we'll say, around that time is when you're making these phone calls?
Ish, yeah. I mean, like maybe I wasn't calling as I was driving, so maybe it was after that,
Okay.
but in that whole period of time, yeah.
Okay. So you're blowing up his phone. At some point, do you get into contact with him?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's go back a second before you get in contact with him.
Okay.
On November 7th, the defendant changes his phone number. Did you have his new phone number when you were reaching out to him?
I don't recall.
If you did have it, do you remember how you got it?
I mean, kind of. You told me in the hallway that I got him the phone, so I mean, that.
Okay, well, were you the authorized user on his account?
I don't know.
So. At this time, the state would seek to introduce judge who has been previously marked as states and previously shown to defense as states exhibit 2F for identification purposes as states.
Any objection?
No objection other than our previous objections.
Okay.
State Exhibit 2F marked for identification now becomes State 28.
And at this time, the state would seek to introduce those in previously marked as states 2G for identification purposes and previously shown to defense as states.
$29, I guess?
Yes,
Any
20. I was
objection?
just waiting for that.
Yeah, any objection?
No, other than our previous
29.
objections.
29?
Verizon Wireless, was that your carrier back then?
Yes.
And was that the defendant's carrier back then?
Yes. I mean, of one of the phones. He had a number of phones.
Okay.
Not all at one time.
So one of his phones that he had that you communicated with was Verizon.
Right.
Did anyone in your family work for Verizon Wireless?
My father owned Verizon Wireless franchises.
Okay, so
Stores, whatever.
I'm going to show you what's been previously marked as State's Exhibit 24, and what has been previously, entered into evidence as State's Exhibit 24. May I have virtual witness? Okay. All right, so at the top here, what carrier is that?
That's Verizon.
And then whose name is listed right here?
Rashaun.
And the address under his is what?
My address at 1508 Michigan Avenue.
Does that, what if anything does that mean to you? Does it mean anything to you?
I mean, aside from that was his phone.
Would he have, to your knowledge, did he have your address listed in any of his other personal sort of documents, with his bank or with anything else?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so you said you were calling him obsessively, you would reach out to him quite a few times. At what point do you get in contact with him?
I'm not sure. He either called me back or he answered one of my phone calls.
Okay. Now, would this phone call have been sort of after you were already at a Pottery Barn,
Yeah.
almost at home?
Yeah.
So it would have been later in the night?
I think so. It wasn't immediate.
Now, that day, do you remember talking to him at all?
Yeah. Like, before I went to work?
Sure, before you went to work.
No.
Were you guys in communication at all throughout the day?
I don't know.
So, by the time that Willie calls you, again, I guess, when was the last time that you maybe remember talking to Rashaun?
I don't recall.
You recall talking to him before you went to work?
I don't know if it was the night before, if it was the morning I went to work. I do not know. It was, I don't know, somewhere within that time frame, in a day.
In a
We
day.
had not gone several days without speaking.
Were you aware that on November 7th, the defendant had been suspended from the football team?
Yes.
How did you become aware of that?
Willie told me.
That was the first time that you had heard that he had been suspended?
Yeah.
Objection leading.
Remember? Okay. So, did you reach out to any of the coaches to see if you could get in contact with Rashaun?
So, I mean, again, I don't recall, but I do know, I mean, I was told that I had reached out to Swayze.
And that was because you were concerned for the defendant?
Objection leading.
Assisting us to the form of the question?
Why'd you call them? Why'd you reach out to all these people?
To try and find Rashaun. To see if anybody knew if he was okay, alive, anything.
All right, so at some point you make contact with him. What does he tell you?
That he was okay.
Is that all he tells you?
I mean, I don't recall the whole conversation, but the gist of it was that he was okay, he had been suspended. That was it. That's all I can remember. And then I was probably asking him when I would see him, because I did see him later.
Did he come over to your apartment?
Yes.
What time did he come?
Late, I don't recall. Oh, I mean, after I got home from work.
Were you aware that he was the only person who didn't go to the Hack Center that night?
Objection, assumes facts, not evidence.
I don't know. What?
Were you aware that he was the only person who didn't go to the Hack Center for the mandatory meeting that night?
No, I was not aware.
When Willie Cooper called you, wasn't he looking for Rashaun?
Yeah, but he didn't tell me that everybody else was there.
But did he tell you he was looking for him because he wasn't at the meeting?
I don't.
Objection, hearsay.
I don't really recall if he was saying I'm looking for him for the meeting. I think it was just more like, where is he? Have you been in touch with him? Type of thing. We didn't. The meeting was, not something he discussed with me.
Okay, so when you spoke with Rashaun, what, if anything, did you tell him?
Oh, I don't know.
Did you tell him what had happened to Bryan?
I don't recall. I don't know how it came up, but yeah, it was something like, we did discuss that Bryan was killed, and that's where I expressed my concern. I just wanted to know that he was okay.
Did he tell you how he found out?
No.
Objection, leading.
Did he tell you at any point whether or not his phone was off?
No, he didn't tell me. I knew it was off.
How did you know it was off?
So I was calling him like a psycho.
I am showing you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 25. What has been, entered into evidence as State's Exhibit 25. So you said when you were looking for him, you were reaching out to sort of everyone. You were calling his grandmother. She lived in Lake City.
Yeah.
Now, I'm showing you the first page. What
Okay.
carrier is that?
Verizon.
Whose name is that?
Mine.
Do you recognize this phone number here, 201?
Yeah.
Is that your phone number?
Yes.
So I'm going to draw your attention to, we'll say, 1912. It's about 7:12 p.m.
Okay.
I'm going to give you this pink highlighter. We've heard from Detective Hellman that 986 was the Lake City area code. Can you...
It's 386.
386, excuse me, thank you. 386. So can you take this pink highlighter and just look through these columns here and highlight where you see the 386 area code? You can flip through that page in the next one.
Like, are you saying I didn't call her or something? I don't know.
I'm just asking you to highlight wherever that 386 column is. If you don't see it, you don't see it.
I don't know.
Okay.
Because I had also a home phone at the time, so if I was home from work, I potentially would have called her from that.
Okay.
Why is my own phone number in here? I called myself. I don't get it.
It's the outgoing. This would be the person who dials is on this side.
I dialed these numbers,
You're the dialing party. These are the numbers that you called.
but this is my number.
This is who called you.
Oh, here's 386. Here's 386.
Okay.
This is who called me.
Nope. I just want you to look right here.
This is who I called.
No, I just want you to look straight down here for the 386 number.
Oh, it's on the other side.
Thank you so much. Okay. All right, so around what time did Rashaun come to your apartment that night?
I don't recall the time.
And why did he come there that night?
I don't know, to go to sleep or,
When he got there, what was he like?
I don't know.
Was he upset?
He was definitely disappointed in himself. This was a huge obstacle for him to get through. It's the second time he was suspended. He was already not like one of the starters, a star player. So this was not good, and he knew it.
So somebody had just died, and he was more concerned about being suspended from the team?
Objection, leading.
Oh, I mean, no, yeah. I'm sure he was upset that someone had been, killed, but my concern obviously was for him, so that's more the direction that our conversation went. Like, what is he going to do now that he's suspended again?
Bear with me 1 second. When you finally talked to Rashaun, did he tell you where?
On the
he
phone or
spent-
in person?
I'm sorry, what?
On the phone or in person?
When you first talked to him,
Okay.
did he tell you where he spent the afternoon?
No,
He didn't tell you where it was?
I didn't ask him. I don't know. That wasn't my concern.
So when you asked him where he had been all day, what did he tell you?
I'm not sure that I asked him that.
So you were looking for him all day, at least in the evening hours, and you didn't know where he was, and you didn't ask him where he was?
Objection, leading.
No, my concern at the time was not where are you. It's are you okay? So,
Are you okay? Where are you? Wasn't something that you had asked him?
Objection, asked and answered.
I don't know how to better answer your question. I'm sorry.
When you were with him, was his phone going off? Were people calling him?
I don't recall.
Did he tell you why he didn't go to the team meeting that night?
Not that I can remember.
Do you remember talking to detectives in this? Did detectives ever come and reach out to you?
Yes, numerous times.
Do you remember talking to Detective Pat Diaz?
No, I don't remember any of their names.
Okay, but you remember talking to detectives?
Yep.
Do you remember talking to reporters in this case?
I have.
And do you know whether or not when you spoke, at least with the reporters, that was reported?
It has been.
Have you had an opportunity to listen to that?
I have not.
Would listening to that, or at least reading a transcript of it, help refresh your recollection as to what you told them?
Improper refresh, Judge, objection.
Oh.
Would it refresh my memory now? I'm not sure. I mean, what I said is what I said to them.
So reading back your own words or listening to your own voice wouldn't help you remember what you told them 5-6 years ago? If that?
I'm not denying what I've said, so I'm not sure. Do you want me to read it?
I printed it. May I approach the witness?
Yes.
More to read through that.
Can I please see what you're showing the witness?
It's the copy of the transcript.
Judge, can we come sidebar?
Okay. All right, overall, you may continue.
You done?
I mean, I just read some of my responses.
Okay. So, do you recall, after reading that, where the defendant told you he was that afternoon?
I don't recall, but I see my statement. That he was driving around. Something along those lines was my response.
Is that something that he would do often?
Yeah. That's my next comment. He loved going for drives alone. He would just go. He would go anywhere. He'd go up 95 for a drive. He'd go down Ocean Drive. He would just go always. He liked to smoke like a cigarette and drive, put his stupid music on really loud. It wasn't surprising to me. It wasn't out of character.
Do you recall whether you got in contact with any of his family members that day?
Grace?
Objection, I'm not sure, is the witness gonna stay with the document?
You can flip it over.
Flip it over?
The whole packet, just flip it right on.
Oh.
Do you recall whether you got in contact with any of his family members that day?
I mean, according to this, I did, but I think I also already said that I did. That I had tried to reach out to his grandma and his sister.
Did you make contact with them?
I believe I did.
Judge, thank you. I have no further questions for this witness.
All right, thank you. Pause.
Hi, Sherry. So the state asked you a number of questions. I want to start with the phone records. So, the phone records, do you have the exhibit?
Phone records are right there. Oh, actually, I'm sorry, I grabbed my accident.
All right, name for church? Yes. So, do you see a call from Mr. Jones from Rashaun at 7:43?
Yes, I do.
And what about at 7:46?
Yeah.
And that would have been after Mr. Pat was killed.
Right.
Now, you were also asked if you reached out to family members, coach, some other people, and you said that you wanted to see if Rashaun was okay. Is that right?
Yes.
You weren't calling him because you were concerned that he had just killed someone, were you?
No, I was concerned for him being potentially killed as well.
And you mentioned that that concern came from other things that were happening around that time.
Well, yes, because like I said before, Willie Cooper had been shot, another football player. So Willie was shot, and then I get out of work and I get to the panic that Bryan was shot, and then nobody could find Rashaun, so my mind went to the worst case. So I was worried that he had been shot.
You were concerned that UM players were being targeted.
I was concerned that there were now 2 UM players shot, and I was concerned that he was the third.
And these, just taking a step back from it all, these events happened 20 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Did you keep a diary that night?
No.
Did you make any recorded statements that night?
No.
Did you memorialize anything that happened that night?
No.
So when you're sitting here today and you're testifying, that is entirely from your memory. Is that
To my
fair?
best recollection, yes.
And when you said that you don't remember, is it because you genuinely do not remember?
No, I genuinely don't remember.
Are you covering for Mr. Jones in any way?
No.
Now, the state also asked you if you had ever seen Rashaun with a firearm. Or sorry, I think they asked you if you had ever seen Rashaun's firearm. Right? That's what they asked you.
I believe so.
And did you know Rashaun to have a firearm?
I did not.
So you never saw him with any firearm?
I did not.
And a couple of weeks ago, you were arrested on a material witness warrant.
Objection,
correct?
Judge.
Sustained.
Move to strike your.
Okay, please disregard the last statement.
And so, just to be clear, any statements that you've made. So actually, let me rephrase that. In 2021, you gave a sworn statement, right?
I couldn't tell you the year, but I've given numerous statements of yes.
And so, again, just talking big picture, 20 years ago when this happened, when Bryan Pata was killed and people were being interviewed, was that the first time that you were interviewed around then? Close in time to...
By the police?
By the police, yes.
Yeah, they came to my apartment one afternoon.
And is it fair to say that that would have been 2006, 2007?
Yeah.
When was the next time that you heard from the police after that?
Oh man. A long years. I don't even know how many years.
Over a decade?
Yeah, I would say sounds right. It was a long time.
Just give me one moment. So it had been over a decade since you had spoken with the police, and then when they did speak with you, do you remember that there was a prosecutor there, detectives there later on? And now I'm talking about the 2021 statement.
So in 2021, they showed up at my house again. And I wouldn't talk to them there because, I mean, I have a family and I don't know, this is not something I wanted to bring my family into. So yeah, I met with them at Starbucks.
You met with them at Starbucks, and were you told anything that you had previously stated before that? So did they tell you what you had said before that?
Objection, Judge, to the form of the question. It's confusing.
You're saying the detectives?
The detectives.
The second time that I met them, I mean, they had to refresh my memory quite a bit.
And so in refreshing your memory, they weren't refreshing your memory with your previous sworn statements, right? You hadn't given a sworn statement before 2021.
No, I had just met with the two detectives shortly after the murder, and then I don't know if that was like a sworn statement or whatever that was called. And then however many years later, 10 years later, something like that, I didn't remember a lot. So
Okay,
yeah.
they filled in the blanks for you.
They filled in the blanks for me.
And so going back to that initial meeting when those two detectives came to speak with you, was Rashaun there?
Yes.
Okay, and did he have any issue with you speaking with the police?
No, I was not going to, and he encouraged me to. We were driving, and I got a phone call from the building manager saying that there's two detectives here to speak to you. I happened to be with him in the car, and I was like, this is crazy. Why are they talking to me? And he said, go, find out. And so I turned the car around, I went back over there, and we pulled up to valet, and the two detectives were standing there, and the two of us got out of the car together.
And at that point, when they tried to speak with you or when they wanted to speak with you, did Rashaun say something to the effect of anything that you did or
Self-serving hearsay.
assisting? Oh, okay. At that point, did they speak with you alone?
Yeah.
And if so, how did that come to be?
They would only speak to me alone. They would not speak to the two of us together.
Okay, and once that was clarified, did Rashaun have any issue with that?
He was encouraging me to go and talk to them. He had no problem with that.
And you also mentioned that you have a family now. You have kids, you didn't want to bring them into this.
Correct?
So it's not easy for you to be here testifying, is it?
It's not. At all.
No further questions.
Okay, redress?
Defense counsel pointed out that at 7:43, you got a call from Rashaun Jones, defendant. What did he tell you?
I don't recall.
So,
There were 2 phone calls back to back. I don't know if we spoke in the first call or not. I don't know.
so when you previously testified on direct, you hadn't heard from him and you didn't know where he was, and you know Willie Cooper was looking for him. You in fact had talked to him at around 7:43.
Objection is characterizing the evidence that calls.
You in fact had talked to him then at 7:43.
I'm not sure that I had spoken to him. He called me. I don't know if we spoke or not. I don't recall.
When you met with detectives back in 2017, didn't you tell Pat Diaz that you were worried that Rashaun was going to get blamed for something?
I don't recall. That was the first or the second one?
At least in 2007 when you met with Detective Pat Diaz.
Oh, 2007.
The time that you
first
said that
one.
Rashaun was encouraging you to talk to the police.
Yeah, he did.
Didn't you recall telling Pat Diaz that you were in fact worried that he was going to get blamed?
Objection, hearsay. Improper impeachment.
I don't recall. I wasn't necessarily worried about him being blamed at that night. I don't know what you mean.
So do you don't remember saying it, or do you?
I don't.
Did you know that the other UN player that you were talking about was shot by another UN player?
Willie?
Objection, facts, not
Who?
evidence.
Did you know?
Who? Which one?
The one you were talking about before. I think it was Willie?
That he was shot by a UN player?
Mhm.
I didn't know that.
Okay. You in fact stayed in touch with the defendant and his family even after you guys broke up.
Minimally. Minimally.
And you've in fact given them money over the years?
I
Is that
have.
correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then you had said that your statements weren't memorialized at some point, but they were in fact memorialized by a reporter. Correct?
To a degree, yeah.
In fact, the statements that you gave were actually reported.
I mean, the ones that you just had me read those are my words.
Okay. No further questions. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Not.
Okay, thank you, you're excused, have a good afternoon.